All right, welcome on in, Steeler Nation, the Steel Curtain. Love to have you guys all up in the building. This mock draft that we did for the Pittsburgh Steelers was fun. Why was it fun? It was fun because the holes that you guys have, they're very few and far between. Of course, there is an important quarterback position, a position in which we decided to do this mock draft as if you are not getting Justin Fields, even though that I see that is a minus 115 or 120 projection betting wise. That's going to be his next team is the Pittsburgh Steelers. But since we don't know, and we wouldn't know what the ransom would be, we wouldn't know what draft picks are going to go away. And I also saw, I believe it was a Russell Wilson as well. Russell Wilson has a crazy let me see, a minus 110 that the Steelers are favored to land Russell Wilson. So both of them are out there. I would love to know, between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, who would you guys rather have to carry on the Steel Curtain, to carry on you guys for the next couple of seasons? I'd be very curious because I know a lot of people don't like Justin Fields and some people do love Justin Fields. I know a lot of people don't like Russell Wilson. I know very few people that like Russell Wilson. So let me know about that. We are going to do it as if you guys do not get one of those quarterbacks. We're going to draft one, and we do draft one, and we draft one that I really, really like. We help out the offensive line, though. We get a little bit more depth within the defense. So guys, here we go. At the first pick, in the first round at pick 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be picking Jackson Powers Johnson, center out of Oregon. Guys, this kid is absolutely massive. He is impactful. He was at the Senior Bowl, Real Friends in Football. We were also at the Senior Bowl. We got an interview with this giant of a man. And guys, he was the only dude. T'Vondre Sweat, he's a Texas interior defender. He was the only dude that was able to consistently stop or slow down T'Vondre Sweat, right? So it was a very good yin and yang with those two guys. He's a stone wall of a human being, very, very massive. He's one of those weird guys that is bigger outside of their pads, standing at 6'4", 6'5", very athletic, very nimble on his feet. He's the number one center in this draft class. To get him at pick 20 is going to be, it's a steal. It's like how the Ravens got Tyler Linderbaum, a steal in his own right. This is going to be a future all-pro kind of dude. If they continue to do only two centers, Tyler Linderbaum might have another season or two. We already know that the shoe-in is probably going to be Creed Humphrey of the Chiefs. Jackson Powers Johnson has a legitimate shot of giving Tyler Linderbaum a run for his money. Overall grade at an 84.3. Pass blocking grade as at a staggering 90.6. The run blocking grade, which is the thing that you guys probably care about the most, is at an 85.2. Zone grade at an 83.2. Gap at a 70. And in true pass set, pass block grade is at an 87.1. All up and down the field. I mean, he had to have been a really, really important reason on why Bo Nix looked as phenomenal as he did this past season. He just had nothing to worry about with that interior pressure. With any interior dude, he's a genius. He's very smart. He calls out most of the checks within the offensive line pressures, and so very smart guy. I like him a lot. You guys just got a pillar of a dude within the Steelers organization. And then in round 2, pick 52, the Pittsburgh Steelers draft linebacker Jeremiah Trotter out of Clemson. And I guess we got to put the junior to his name. I just think I think his name is Cole Holcomb or something like that. The other linebacker that you guys have. You guys have probably been looking for that Stapleton type of linebacker ever since Ryan Shazier. You guys have been looking for that next elite linebacker to carry the torch for the defense. And of course, that's not including TJ Watt as a linebacker. I mean, like a middle linebacker, a stand-up linebacker, and I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. will be doing great things for the organization's day one. 85.6 overall grade for the man. The missed tackles are high, but it's all within context. Like, this guy flies all over the place. He had a lot of assignments a lot of job security in what he had to do. Pass rush grade is at a 78.3. Run defense grade at an 80.4, which I believe is the most important tool to have. And then a coverage grade at an 82.0. Run defense grade is going to be great for the Lamar Jacksons, for the Nick Chubbs, and then that coverage grade is going to be phenomenal for the Joe Burrow games and for the Lamar Jackson games. And then we're going to head into the third round at pick 84. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be selecting DJ James, cornerback out of Auburn. Why did I do this one? I do not think any of you, even though I know he played a little bit more safety this last year, I know none of you want Patrick Peterson to be a starting corner for you guys at any point in time. And another reason why I picked DJ James is that he is a complete opposite style cornerback, other than Joey Porter Jr., like opposite of Joey Porter Jr. and what he brings. You know, Joey's the 6'4", physically dominating, run support type of corner. And then DJ James, he's going to be a little bit more of a finesse 6'1" dude, but still a smaller frame, going to be able to stick with the more twitchy types of receivers. And then he's a big ball guy. Pause on that one, but he loves going for the ball. He is a risk taker though, but I feel, in my personal opinion, that is something that the Pittsburgh Steelers do pride themselves on, is getting risk takers, because they already know that the pass rush is going to get there. So they want those hungry style corners. His overall grade is standing at a good old 83.9 for 2023, 82.3 for 2022. Coverage grade at an 88.9. And then, like I said, the run defense grade standing at a nasty 53.3. And you want to at least have a 60s. I get it, understanding he's going to be in the AFC North, but you got to, get what you can get with him. And then when you enter into the building of the steel curtain, you're going to get physical. Like him just being in the locker room, it'll get into his bloodstream to be that, physically dominating style corner, be able to gang tackle, to be able to put his nose in the fire. That's just something that the Steeler way, you're gonna figure it out sooner or later, or you're gonna drown. Man coverage grade at an 84.7, zone coverage grade at a 79.5, and so he's doing great things in that regard. And then we head over to the fourth round, and guys, this is where we get that quarterback that I was telling y'all about. And I'm not 100% sure if he's gonna be here, but I am 100% sure that this is a legitimate Steelers pick. And I believe that this kid has already shown enough to beat out Kenny Pickett and or have the opportunity to beat out Kenny Pickett. And that's going to be Jordan Travis, quarterback out of Florida State. You guys get him in round 4, pick 120. And I, like I said, I think this is going to be a great addition to the team. I think that's going to be, even if Kenny Pickett, if end all be all is going to be sticking around, it's going to be good competition. It's going to be really good. Hey, Kenny, keep your ish together. I think this is going to be a way better backup than Mason Rudolph. And of course, you got rid of Mitch Trubisky. I just think Jordan Travis, day one, he's going to be a fiery kid. Overall grade in 2021 was an 85.2. In 2022, gives us a 91.7. And in 2023, he gives us an 87.8. He has the nasty injury, but he leads his team all the way to the 3rd spot in the college football playoffs. Of course, they didn't make it. This kid has everything you would want. He's a tough kid. He's a kid where he's always thinking about the next play, good or bad. He's just a next play guy. You can't get in his head. And another big thing that's a Steelers way, it's low interceptions. He doesn't have the ball intercepted very often. Passing grade at 83.5. Intermediate grade at 80.2. The deep ball grade, which is the most important to get those nasty boys, Deontay Johnson and one of my favorite receivers, and George Pickens, get the ball to them very, very deep at a 91.8, and then a no pressure grade at a 90.8. So that grade real quick, that's when there's no pressure, the ceiling's not on fire, and you're able to just get the ball out. So it's a calm, steady way. Some quarterbacks freak out. And then in the 4th round, the second pick that you guys have at pick 121, it's going to be Tyler Davis, interior defender out of Clemson. This guy, I think he is a very, very physical interior dude. He's very long in the arms, just like Cameron Hayward is. And I think what he'd be able to, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to, or not be able, but are going to keep Larry Ogunjobi around. I don't know if he has a year or whatever his contract situation is. He's going to be a dude that can go in and out of the limelight with Larry Ogunjobi, but then also Cameron Hayward is going to be able to very much teach him the lay of the land. He comes from Clemson, which is a very defensively honored program. For him to go to Clemson to Pittsburgh, I think that's going to be a very beautiful thing. Overall grade at 85.3, was able to accumulate 9 sacks in the past 2 seasons. He moves all up and down the defensive line, so he's going to be able to get multiple people all types of rest at multiple times. But the thing that we love most about him is his run defense grade at a 90.8. He's very quick and nimble with his feet to where he's getting past these the center and the guard. I'm not saying his hands are incredible. I'm not saying they're bad, but he's able to use his feet very well, and then he has a very strong upper body, and he pretty much just walks past them, just runs past them. Very little hand work, but he does use his hands from time to time. It's just not as active as you want them to be, which is why his pass rush grade isn't as beautiful. So, which is at a 69.3. But I think run defense grade, once again, I think it's the most important thing that you guys kind of look for within your interior dudes. And then at pick of 198 in the 6th round, I wanted to go back to the cornerback position, but I don't know. I guess we didn't really have to, just because I think corner is just such a vital, important position. But what we did instead is we went to Washington and we got the right tackle. Now, Broderick Jones, I believe he played left tackle at Georgia. He's playing right tackle now, so if there's any, ability, because I know both tackles didn't have an amazing year, but if Broderick Jones is able to go to the left, possibly, I know you guys have Dan Moore Jr. at the time being, but I mean, he's definitely a guy that you guys can, put Broderick Jones on that left side, and then what you do is you bring in Roger Rosengarten out of Washington. This kid is absolutely massive, the way y'all love him, at a 6'6" height, 300-pound player, very big. He was the one that kept Michael Penix up for a long time, made Michael Penix look good from that right side. Overall grade at a 71.5. Gave up 0 sacks in the past 2 seasons, so of course you guys are going to love that. Like I said, mainly a right tackle, pass block grade sitting at 80.8, and so that is definitely something that y'all going to know and love. And then, of course, at some point in time, he's going to become a really good right tackle. It's just inevitable for you guys. I know y'all are going through a lot right now, but it's inevitable that your offensive line is going to get fixed, and everything is going to be peachy with that. And then the last pick in the draft at pick 238 in round 7 is going to be Keaton Oladapo. And he's just out of Oregon State. He's a safety. And what he is, he's just going to be, a little bit of competition with Keanu. He's going to also be a sugar on top to keep Patrick Peterson off the field as much. And I don't know, are y'all with me or are y'all against me on Patrick Peterson? Am I a fool to say Patrick Peterson shouldn't be on the field as much? Let me know. I know y'all are very, very entwined with y'all's defense, so I want to know. So what Keaton's going to do is just going to bring a little bit of competition. Overall grade at an 88.3 this past season. A little bit high on the missed tackles, but what I really love is, once again, a Steeler metric is his run defense grade at a 91.3. This kid flies to the ball, is able to take really good angles to get to the ball carrier, and he hits them low, and then his coverage grade at 84.4. So once again, let's go through the draft for us real quick. In the first round, pick 20, Jackson Powers Johnson, center out of Oregon. In round 2, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Round 3 is going to be cornerback DJ James. And then round 4, it's going to be Kenny Pickett's nightmare with Jordan Travis, quarterback out of Florida State. And then in round 4, pick 121 is going to be Tyler Davis, Clemson interior defender. round 6, pick 198 is going to be right tackle Roger Rosengarten out of Washington. And then the last pick in the 7th round for the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be Keaton Ladapo out of Oregon State. Guys, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.